Hi, my name is Lee McConnell, and today I'm going to be talking about the mental health crisis in competitive sports. Imagine training your entire life for one moment, only to step back and say, I can't do this, not physically, but mentally. That's precisely what Olympic gymnast Simone Biles did in the 2021 Tokyo Olympics. A New York Times article talks about how she was affected with mental health. Instead of pushing through, she prioritized her mental health and moved in a move that shocked the world and sparked debate. While some praised her and courage, others accused her of being weak. That reaction exposed a troubling truth in the world of competitive sports. Mental health is still widely misunderstood and deeply stigmatized. As someone who has followed athletics and studied athlete well-being, I realized just how severe the mental health crisis is in sports. Between documentaries, news articles, and interviews with athletes, there's a clear pattern of suffering and silence. Physical injuries are visible and treated immediately, but mental health injuries are not. Those are hidden and often ignored until it's too late. Through my research, I've found that the mental health challenges are rare, but common, and they deserve just as much attention as a broken bone or a torn ligament. This issue matters not just to professional athletes, but also high school and college players, weekend warriors, coaches, fans, and everyone involved in the world of sports. If you care about the people behind the games that you watch and love, you should care about their mental health. After all, these athletes are human beings first, not machines built to entertain or win. The mental health crisis in competitive sports is serious and a growing problem that continues to harm athletes across all levels of competition. Today, I define the scope of the crisis and offer real, actionable solutions at the government, organizational, and individual levels so we can shift from a culture of silence into one support. Athletes are under extreme pressure to succeed. They are expected to train, perform, and win from an early age, often at the cost of their well-being. According to NCAA's 2021 Student Athlete Well-Being Study, more than one-third of student athletes reported feeling overwhelmed, anxious, or mentally exhausted. These athletes are juggling demanding practice schedules, academic responsibilities, media attention, and in some cases, financial stress. The mental toll can be just as intense, if not so, than the physical strain that endured on a daily basis. Boston Red Sox outfielder Jarren Duran courageously shared his battle with mental health, revealing that he attempted to take suicide in the 2022 season. In the Netflix documentary series The Clubhouse, A Year with the Boston Red Sox, Duran candidly discusses scrutiny led him to a very dark place. He recounted when he felt so overwhelmed that he didn't even want to be here anymore. This harrowing experience became a turning point, prompting him to seek help and prioritize his mental health well-being. Since then, Duran became an advocate for mental health awareness, sharing his story to inspire others facing similar struggles. The Red Sox organization has praised his openness and contributed to a broader conversation about the importance of mental health support in professional sports. What makes things worse is that athletes often feel like they can't talk about their mental health struggles. There's a deeply rooted belief in sports that athletes should be physically and mentally tough. Admitting to depression, anxiety, and burnout is often seen as a weakness. According to Psychology Today, many athletes fear losing playing time, scholarships, or team respect if they speak up. This stigma creates a culture of silence. Tragic stories like the suicide of Stanford soccer goalie Katie Mayer have revealed just how dangerous silence can be. Even athletes who seem to be thriving on the outside may be struggling internally and often feel like they have no one to turn to. Government action is a key first step in addressing mental health crisis in sports. States should pass legislation to ensure that schools' athletic programs are equipped with mental health resources. For example, California's Senate Bill 1229 allocates funds for mental health support in youth sports. Other states should follow suit, mandating school and college athletes access to licensed mental health professionals. Just like the physicals are required for participation, mental health screening should be standardized. In addition to funding, the federal government should invest in research that explores the long-term effects of competitive sports on mental health. By gathering more data, we can develop better tools for prevention and intervention. Public health campaigns can also raise an awareness and reduce stigma by educating athletes, parents, and coaches about the science of mental health distress. Government-backed efforts can normalize a conversation and ensure that help is available and expected. Sports organizations and institutions also play a critical role. Teams, schools, and leagues must make mental health wellness a core part of their operations, not an optional extra. Every athletic program should include full-time or an on-call mental health professional trained to work specifically with athletes. Confidential access to therapy and counseling should be provided year-round, not just during the season or after crisis. Furthermore, coaches and staff should be required to attend regular mental health trainings. According to a 2022 article in Sports Mental Health Journal, teams implementing such programs reported stronger team cohesion, reduced dropout rates, and improved performance. Partnering with nonprofits like Active Minds or the JED Foundation can provide educational workshops, digital research, and long-term support. Like strength training or strategy sessions, mental health should be embedded into team culture. Finally, change must happen at the individual level. Athletes should be encouraged and empowered to prioritize mental health without fear of judgment. Coaches, parents, and teammates must create environments where it's okay to say, "I need help." Praise shouldn't be given by playing through pain, speaking up, taking rest days, setting boundaries. Emotional wellness is a part of overall athletic performance and should be treated the right way. Public figures like Kevin Love, and Olympic swimmer Michael Phelps have shared their own struggles with depression and anxiety. Their vulnerability has encouraged countless offers to seek help and speak out. Right now, we have serious problems. Athletes across all levels struggle with mental health and are doing it quietly. The pressure to perform combined with stigma of seeking help is leaving far too many to suffer alone. In a world that celebrates physical toughness, we've overlooked emotional resilience, which needs to change. We have the power to make difference. Governments must fund and require mental health resources for athletes, schools, and sports organizations. We can all be a part of the solution by normalizing conversations about mental health, helping our teammates, and recognizing that strength comes from beyond human and not invincible. We always say that sports builds characters, but what kind of character are we building? If athletes are taught to hide in pain instead of heal, it's time to change the rules, not the game. But let's help people get better.